Welcome back to Chaos News at 11. Going back over to the Weather Center with our Chief Meteorologist, Dan Cianca. You mentioned it at 10, but it sounds like you've been getting a lot of thunderstorm questions, if I heard
Been
that.
getting a lot of thunderstorm questions, and I'll tell you what, you think you're on easy street, but then you find out it's a hard knock life. And tomorrow we could be talking about a chance of thunderstorms. Let's get into it. Here's a
inside joke.
Yeah, well, we were talking about, our producer randomly asked, what's your favorite song from the musical Annie? And we were like, what songs are from that movie? And we said, okay, tomorrow we know that one. And he said, if you don't choose Easy Street or Hard Knock Life, then he insulted us after that. So, I don't know. I need to watch the musical again. It's been a hot minute, probably more than a decade. Anyway. How did we get so old all of a sudden? This is what we're tracking in the Weather Center tonight, rain and storm chances. The radar pretty quiet tonight. I mean, it looks like there's a lot showing up on the radar, but this is just birds, bees, bats, and bugs. We call this ground clutter, so no precipitation showing up tonight. We do have a lot of high cloud cover coming in, and we also have some low cloud cover re-establishing itself in the marine layer tonight. So out of those low clouds, we could see some sprinkles overnight. We had some drizzle this morning, and actually quite a bit of it in the Santa Cruz Mountains. We're less likely to see that tonight, but we still could see some, just probably not as intense, I suppose, if you can put intense and drizzle in the same sentence. But I mean, it was enough to wet the roadways across Santa Cruz County yesterday, and even in Salinas we had some drizzle this morning. But overnight tonight, a few sprinkles. Now, how about the chance of showers and thunderstorms? People have been asking me, they said, okay, I heard from the Weather Service we have a chance of thunderstorms. My app said we had a chance of thunderstorms. So what are we talking about here? Well, there is a chance. It's a non-zero chance, but it's also pretty low. I don't think we're going to have any thunderstorms tomorrow. And tomorrow is the day that it is most likely to happen. It's just still not very likely. So why could we see some? Well, there is some moisture streaming in from the south, and with that moisture and cold air aloft associated with an air of low pressure, we have some instability. So when we talk about instability in the weather department, we mean some energy that is available for air to rise into the atmosphere, or basically the rate at which it could rise. So on a normal day, you know, the sun heats the earth heats the air rises, and when you add some moisture to that, it adds some volatility to things. Normally here on the Central Coast, especially during the summer months, when many areas across the country are dealing with afternoon showers and thunderstorms. You ever been to Florida on vacation in the summer? Almost every day you get a thunderstorm nearby anyway, someplace like that. But here locally, we don't see that because we have a stable atmosphere. We've got warm air up here, cold air down here, and then when the cold air is below the warm air, it just can't rise, so we don't get that instability. But when we've got some cold air aloft, especially during the warmer months, we have some instability. So that is going to be the case tomorrow. So what would prevent those thunderstorms from forming? Well, we'll have a lot of clouds tomorrow. That will keep heating at the surface down, and we also still will have somewhat of an inversion, so meaning there will be still some cooler air below a layer of warmer air, which may prevent anything from happening. Models are kind of detecting that. So look at the model run here. We're not seeing really any showers or thunderstorms popping up. Some still are showing maybe one or two in the general vicinity of us, but it's a non-zero chance, probably not going to happen. If it does happen, don't be too surprised, but I think we're probably okay. Other than that, a couple of light showers possible. In fact, the better chance of precipitation over the next couple days is what we had this morning, which is drizzle. We may see some more of that Thursday and into Friday morning along the coast. So Thursday morning, Friday morning, patchy drizzle possible. Probably more of an event than this shower and thunderstorm chance that everyone's been talking about over the last couple of days. Future precipitation, not much. You know, we don't have a lot of moisture to work with. There's some, it's there, but it's just not stacked deeply like we would get during a winter storm, right? A couple hundredths of an inch at best, and most of that, again, would be from drizzle. Here's a look at your temperature forecast tomorrow. As I mentioned, cold air aloft, cooler at the surface. 60s at best, 62 in Santa Cruz tomorrow. We're going to stay in the 50s up in the Santa Cruz Mountains, so chilly day there. Capitola, Soquel, Aptos, Rio Del Mar, La Selva Beach, Beer Can Beach. Going out there tomorrow, maybe 60 at best. Maxwell's like, oh, that sounds like a fun place. You can go maybe look for some sand dollars out there or something else. Who knows? Hollister, mid-60s tomorrow. Salinas, 63. That's below normal for this time of year. Monterey, actually one area that could be seasonable just due to the fact that the low-level flow is generally out of the southwest. So typically Monterey is a little bit warmer during that type of flow. And then down south, I mean, King City should be in the mid-70s this time of year, so we are cool for this time of year. Now on the coast, we're not going to see too much of a temperature change in the coming days. We'll have clouds, still a slight chance of showers, more like drizzle on Thursday. Friday, we're dry. This weekend, we're dry, partly cloudy, seasonable temperatures for the most part, maybe a little bit of wind coming in off the water as we shift back into more of a high pressure ridge, and we'll see a warm up inland certainly, even though these next couple days we'll see those colder temperatures. But if you're making those plans for maybe a sunrise service on Easter Sunday, well, right now it doesn't look too bad. Back to you.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Dan.